Welcome to Fightmaster Yoga. I'm Lesley Fightmaster, and this is day 16 of Hatha Yoga Happiness. Today our topic is to take a little break from social media. Social media is a wonderful way to stay connected to our friends and stay up to date, but also it can be really easy to compare and despair, to kind of look at other people's lives, and of course everybody's putting their best stuff on there. I'll tell you, I definitely will not put up a picture that I don't like of myself. So everyone else is doing that too. So just keeping in mind that everyone's going to put up their best stuff. So sometimes it's just nice to take a little break from all of that and just to know that you're awesome just the way you are, regardless of what other people are doing, and that we can't always compare our insides with other people's outsides, that they are doing their stuff, you're doing your stuff, everybody's good. So just take a break and just let yourself be you. So at today's practice, we will need 2 blocks and a strap and a blanket or a pillow to sit on if you like. I'm gonna unroll our mats, put on something comfortable, and let's get started. Begin sitting nice and tall with the shins crossed, and close your eyes and just start to come into your Ujjayi breathing. Take those nice, long, smooth breaths in and out through the nose. Find your sitting bones grounding down into the floor, and from that place of stability, start to lift away and create length through the spine. And then let's set an intention for our practice today. May our practice today remind us to always take care of ourselves first, to always honor ourselves first. Because as we practice our yoga, we are healthy, we're strong, we're flexible, we become the best selves that we can be. And with that, we can help others from that place of being our best. Let's release the hands and let your eyes softly blink open. And I'm going to come right onto the hands and knees to an extended child's pose. So reaching the arms forward, shoulders distance apart, take the hips back to the heels. And just take a couple breaths here stretching. You can rest your head on the floor, or if you'd rather put your head on a block or your hands, that's okay for now. And then just staying for just a breath or two, stretch out the spine, spread your fingers, start to press into the base of the fingers, and we'll make our arms into downward facing dog arms. So try and turn the triceps down and spin the biceps up. And then keep pressing into the base of the fingers. Keep your hands right where they are. Come up onto the knees, tuck the toes, and make your way to down dog. And for this one, just go ahead and move to warm up any way you like. Start to bicycle your legs. Just be sure to lengthen through the spine. You can bend the knees to stretch out your spine and then reach down through the heels, spinning the inner thighs back. And then from here, I'm just going to walk the feet up to the hands. So bending the knees, look up and step, or lightly hop the feet up. As you inhale, come halfway up and lengthen. Lengthen the spine, exhale to fold, and then press through the feet. Inhale, reach all the way up, and exhale the hands. Let's find Tadasana at the front of the mat. Press evenly through the feet, pressing into the base of the big toes and little toes, inner outer heels, and then lift up through the inner and outer arches of the feet. Spread your toes if you can. Just finding a nice stable base, and then lift away. Lift the chest, shoulder blades down. Remember, we talked about the first week a lot about how important posture is for mood. So if we're hunched forward, we're not going to feel as good as if we're opening up and spreading the collarbones, lifting the chest. So we're going to take Surya Namaskar A. And the first one we'll do modified. And for the first one, take a moment to dedicate this Surya Namaskar to somebody that you love. So bringing the hands together in your mind's eye, picture that person, or maybe it's a pet, maybe it's a child, whatever, somebody that you love. Get a good picture in there in your mind. And sending love to them, inhale, the arms reach. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, step back and lower all the way to the belly. Knees can come down first. Inhale, little cobra, hands by the low ribs, press all the toenails down, and then exhale, press into down dog. And breathing here. All right, keep your inhales and exhales equal in length. Arms or shoulders distance, feet hips width. Ribs and belly pull in. And take one more breath in. Exhale it all out, bend the knees, look up, either step or hop your feet up. Inhale, look up, lengthen. And exhale to fold. Press through the feet, rise up as you inhale. And exhale, Samastitihi, keeping that loved one in mind just for a moment longer. Send them some nice energy. And now we'll take another round of Surya A. This time, bring to mind someone that you have a difficult relationship with. So picture them in your mind. Or maybe that's your pet, I don't know. But if you have a difficult relationship with somebody, bring them to mind. And now through Surya Namaskar A, we're going to send them some positive energy. So inhale, the arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back and find Chaturanga. Shoulders no lower than the elbows. Knees can be down here. Inhale, press into up dog or cobra. And exhale to down dog. And breathe, keeping in mind the person that's sometimes difficult for you. Send them some positive energy. Might feel weird to do that, but do the best that you can. Let's take one more long breath in. Exhale it out, bend the knees, look up, step or hop your feet up. Inhale, look up, lengthen. And exhale to fold. Press through your feet, inhale, reach all the way up. Samastitihi, exhale. Let's do one more Surya A. This time, keeping yourself in mind and sending yourself some love and some good energy. So picture your own beautiful shining face in front of you. Keeping that in mind, inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float, Chaturanga. Inhale, press through your hands and feet. Exhale to down dog. And breathing here for one. Exhale, draw the ribs and belly in. 2. Exhale, turn the outer upper arms back. 3. Exhale, spin the inner thighs back. 4. Exhale, picture your lovely smiling face and tell yourself you're awesome. And 5. Exhale everything out. Bend the knees and look up. Step or hop feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale to fold. Pressing through the feet, rise up as you inhale. Exhale. Samastitihi. Let's step the feet hips distance apart. Hands to hips, inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, fold. Take your big toes with your first 2 fingers. Lengthen as you inhale, and then fold as you exhale. So you can bend the knees here as needed. If the legs are straight though, shift the weight a little to the balls of the feet. Reach the crown of the head toward the floor. And draw in through the lower belly. Firm the legs if they're straight. One more breath here. And then inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Exhale the hands to your hips. Inhale, back up to Samastitihi. So we're going to do a little vinyasa. We'll add a couple standing poses. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, step or float back to Chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, stretch back. On the inhale, lift the right leg back and up. Exhale, draw the leg in, shoulders over wrists. Take a breath in here. Exhale, step the right foot in the middle of the hands. Take your back foot flat, lining heel to arch. Inhale for warrior two. And exhale here. Take a couple long breaths. Press into the front heel and through the outer edge of the back foot. Lift your chest, but allow your shoulder blades to relax. Press this back thigh back, lift the back inner thigh. And then just repeat silently to yourself or out loud if you want to, I am strong. Let that be your mantra for a few breaths here. I am strong. Keep lifting through the belly. Long breaths in and out through the nose. And then as you inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg for a moment, taking your feet to parallel. Walk your feet in just slightly and then turn your toes out. We're going to come into goddess, sometimes called goddess or horse. So dropping your tailbone down, press your knees back, lift your hip bones toward your lower ribs, and now take your hands behind your back and either hook the thumbs or interlace the fingers. Open the chest as you inhale, and then start to fold forward as you exhale. Keep pressing those knees back. Now if it's too much with the interlace, try hooking the thumbs, or you could also hold your strap. Breathe, long breaths here. This is a really grounding posture. And this one can also go along with I am strong or I am grounded. 2 more breaths. And then come on up as you inhale. Release the hands, come back to warrior two just for a breath. Take an inhale. And exhale, make your way to down dog any way you like. Through chaturanga or not. Inhale, up dog, cobra, or just to down dog. Exhale, remember, you can always push pause, take a child's pose if you want to take a break. Otherwise, we'll continue. Left leg up, inhale. Lifting it from the inner thigh. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. Press away from the floor. Take an inhale here. Exhale, step it between the hands. And take your back foot down. Line up heel to arch. Inhale, warrior two. So exhale here. Let's just take care of the alignment points. Make sure the knee is over the middle toes. Pressing toward the little toe side of the foot. Back inner thighs lifted. Ground down through the front heel and through the outer edge of the back foot. And then lift through all 4 sides of the waist. Lift the chest, shoulder blades down. And now repeat quietly or out loud, I am strong. And we'll stay for a few more breaths here. Just one more. I said one more, but it seems like a little longer. We should stay just a little bit longer. I hope you're doing okay. If you're not, take a break. All right, let's straighten the leg and take the feet to parallel for a moment. Now turn the toes out and the heels in. We'll come into our horse stance or our goddess stance. And then bringing the arms up as you inhale, either hooking thumbs or interlacing other pinky or thumb on top. Open the chest, inhale, and come on forward any amount as you exhale. So continue to try to press the knees back. Oh, hi. It's a little awkward. Try to press the knees back. Keep the knees in line with the middle toes and let your head just hang down. Pull in the belly. There's 5 breaths here. Let the shoulders relax. So use the breath to come in deeper. 3. And 2. And inhale, come on up. And straighten the legs, turn your left leg out for warrior 2. Take a breath in. Exhale, windmill the arms down, make your way again to down dog. You can go straight back to down dog and stay, or come to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhaling up, exhaling back. And breathe here. So try and come back to your steady breathing. Inhales and exhales equal in length. Good. And then as you take your next inhale, I'm going to come forward into plank. So we're going to do a little bit of core work. So look and see where your right hand is, and now put your right elbow where the right wrist just was, and then the left elbow where the left wrist just was. And then right hand where elbow was, left hand where elbow was. Now left down and right down. Left up, right up. And again, right down, left down. Try and keep the outer hips in, right up, left up. Left down, right down. Keep the buns and shoulders in line. Left up, right up. One more, right down, left down, right up, left up, and then down dog. Now, if you need a little break, take it. Otherwise, just breathing here. And then we'll walk the hands toward the feet. And grab your elbows and hang. Gently rocking side to side. And then with your hands to the hips, take a little bend in the knees and come on up. And then to the front of the mat, back to Tadasana. We're going to do a little bit of, not necessarily handstand work, but we're going to do some kicking. So remember, when you're in your handstands, well, maybe you don't remember because we haven't talked about this very much. Well, inhale, your arms will be straight. You'll spin the triceps in toward each other. Keep the ribs in and the belly in. And keep your hip bones lifting toward the low ribs and your buns lifting up toward your heels. I'm going to tuck in my shirt. You don't have to. Totally up to you. Just going to come into a down dog. And from down dog, arms shoulder distance apart. It's going to step one foot forward, lift the other leg, and just hop and come down. And that's it. So you can hop as little or as high as you like. Okay, so one leg in. I do my right leg because I'm right-handed. You do left leg if you're left-handed, probably. Bend, hop, and down. That's it. Shoulders over wrists. Step up, bend, hop, and down. 2 more times. Shoulders over wrists, pull in the belly, lift that other leg. Make sure to lift it from the inner thigh. Don't let it open up. Hop, and down. I am fearless. One more time. Shoulders over wrists. Step in. Lift the leg, up, and come down. Come to downward dog. Nice work. Inhale to plank. Exhale through chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhale back. And then to the knees. We're going to practice Ustrasana, Camel Pose today. So we did this the other day. Let's start with the hands at the low back. Roll the shoulders back. So remember, hip bones will lift up toward the lower ribs. Chest will widen. And imagine a string here right at the chest lifting up. So roll the shoulders back. Inner thighs spin back like you're holding a block. In fact, if you have a block, it's a good idea to hold it there. Here we go. And rolling shoulders back. I press slightly forward with the legs. Let the head go any amount. Breathe. Now to come up, squeeze the legs. Come up both shoulders at the same time. Good. So we can stay with the hands on the low back, or you can put your blocks on the outsides of the ankles so you can reach easier, or you can do hands to the heels. So roll shoulders back, lengthen through your buns as you lean back, reaching for the feet or the blocks, or keep the hands on the low back. But open up the chest. Let your head go back any amount with length from the neck. And try to feel light, like you're still getting pulled up. 3, 2. Now squeeze the legs, come up both shoulders at the same time. And rest a moment. We're going to do one more. This time, while you're in it, either thinking or speaking out loud, I am love, because this is a big love one. Okay? So hands at the low back to start, shoulders rolling back. And in fact, let's come into this one a little bit differently. If you can reach your feet, come in this way. Otherwise, keep your hands at your low back or come in the way that you came in before. But if you can reach your feet back, start here with your hands on the floor behind you, and then walk forward. Walk forward, 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 and then just notice how that feels. For me, I find I can get a lot more length this way. I mean, ultimately, this is how I always want it to be, but sometimes it's harder for me to get here in the traditional entrance of the pose. Now breathe. Now to come out of it, remember, both shoulders up at the same time. Pull the belly in, squeeze the legs, come on up. And now to child's pose. Rest your head down on the mat or hands or block. Take a few long breaths and take your hands to your low back, and you can even give your low back a little massage here. And then we'll come on up and shift your hips off to one side, extend the legs in front for Paschimottanasana. Sitting up nice and tall, pull the toes back. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, hinge from the hips forward. You can always use your strap here. Inhale, lengthen. So remember to keep the spine long as you exhale, extend forward. And if it's easier to reach the feet, you can always take a block in front of the feet to lengthen out the spine a little bit more. Come back to your steady breathing. And then head up, inhale, and releasing, come onto your back. And once you get down here, let's take happy baby. So taking the little toe sides of the feet, maybe rocking side to side. I like to rock side to side. It feels good on the back. If it doesn't feel good to you though, you can stay static. Otherwise, rock side to side. Take some long breaths here. Release any tension in the neck, the shoulders, the jaw. And then taking the feet to the floor, shift your weight, or shift your hips, over to the right a little. Drop your knees to the left. Then, if you want to go in deeper, you can take, this is a little bit tricky, so you can stay with this, or you can always cross, or left hand to right foot, and then right hand to left foot. So I'm going to hold the little toe side of the right foot, I'm going to grab my big toe with the left, extend out through the right leg, keep the left knee bent, and then look over the left shoulder. A little twist variation. Might be too intense today. You can always keep this right leg bent, that's fine. Let's see how it feels. And then let's come on back to center. Bring the head to center. Take your feet to the floor again. Take your hips off to the left a little. So knees to the right. You can always cross left over right and stay with this one. Or with your right hand, take the left foot. With your left hand, take the right toe, big toe, and extend. So the left leg stretches out, and I'm holding on to the right big toe with my left hand, I think. Is that my left hand? That's my left hand, yes. And keep your breath nice and steady. So trying to turn the belly up toward the ceiling. Couple more rounds of breath. Let everything relax. And then inhale your head to center, unwind your twist, and we'll make our way into Shavasana. So extending the buns toward the heels, extend your legs out, shoulder blades toward the waist. And take your arms out to a T, or just out to maybe an A shape, and let the palms face up. And close your eyes. Let your breath just come into natural breathing now. So quiet mind and quiet body for Shavasana. Right where you are, take a long breath in, and then let it go. Start to make some movements in your fingers and your toes, and your hands and your feet. And then stretch out through the arms and legs. And now bend the knees, rolling off to your right side. And just take a moment for yourself. Thank yourself for showing up today on your mat and taking care of your body and your mind. And then slowly make your way up to seated. Our quote today. Our quote today. Yoga is not a workout. It is a work-in. And this is the point of spiritual practice, to make us teachable, to open up our hearts and focus our awareness so that we can know what we already know and be who we already are. I'm going to write down who that quote is by below because I forgot to write it in my book, but it's a beautiful quote. Let's bring the hands together. Bring our hands to the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And the hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications, sending out positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your work in today. And don't forget to push the like button. It really, 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 really helps. Subscribe also, really, really helps. Tell your friends and push the like button. I did mention that, I'll do it again. And have a great day. Visit fightmasteryoga.com. Join our mailing list if you haven't. If you can afford to help support Fightmaster Yoga, there's a link below for donations. There's also a button on fightmasteryoga.com homepage. And we love and appreciate so much any donations that you give. It's amazingly wonderful. Thank you so much and have a wonderful, wonderful day. See you tomorrow. Bye.